be quiet. Let me get a spot to cut the video, because I like to cut these down to the highlights so people don't have to watch us do sound tests. And here we go. So, you all were traveling to the lovely town of Nightstone. You decided to stop for the night at Ruby's New Inn at the crossroads there. I believe somebody just went fishing and found fish jumping into their net, basically. What else did we do? I think the four of you have decided to get up early and skedaddle before your other party members do to stick them with the bill, right? Is that what our strategy is?
I'm just assuming that my employer paid for my room. And he asked me to get up early and leave. So
it's never happened and never will. But yes, we have a age-old tradition where I come from that the last one up pays. So.
All right. And who are you, sir? Would you like to describe who you are, what your goal is here? Why are we on this adventure?
My name's Lon. I'm Lon the Gnome. I am wise. Nope. I'm a charismatic and happy-go-lucky noble from a distant land. I am here to prove my family's name by conquering some beast at a renowned hunting ground that's I think just a few miles down the road. Very excited. Should help prove that my family still has what it takes to hold our territory.
All right. And who are your traveling companions? Let's talk to them really momentarily. Let's start with Thorn Brawnanvil.
Thorin Brawnanvil, yes, is a dwarven cleric. He looks towards knowledge and learning things. He has been hired by this fine noble knight, Sir Lon, to write a bit about him on the way to this town. I'm hoping that when we get to this town, I can find some better paying work to help fund my research.
All right. Next, we will talk to Delvin. Do you knew that Lon guy, right? Just at least by word of mouth.
I've heard of him, and I'm here also to help build his family name. Not my own, but just his.
Will that benefit you in any way?
Yeah, because I'm getting paid to do it. It's also probably a good experience, just, fighting creatures of legend. I was sort of just wandering around and saw this guy, and he was looking for adventures. I didn't even know who he was at first, and he's like, I'm Lon the Gnome, and I'm like, oh, I think I've heard of you. You're one of those dummies back from the Rock Gnome Kingdom. And I'm like, well, I need some money so I can continue my travels to become the smartest rock gnome in the world.
Alright. And our last party member, if you would, sir?
So Temel is a half-orc barbarian who has left his plains tribe of forest warriors and kind of gone to kind of see the world and make a name for himself. And so he probably ran into Lon and saw an opportunity to maybe increase his own name, increase his own fame by helping him. And at the very least, get food and a little bit of payment for the work.
Do you think they also invited you because you had a mule in a cart?
I mean, he probably doesn't think that, but the reality of the situation is, yeah, that's probably it.
We invited him because he has a mule in a cart.
You also have with you a Furbolg. How do you pronounce that, Zan? You got it yesterday. Furbolg druid, who you found on your trip, and I believe there's a bard traveling with you as well. Though those are the two who are getting stuck with potentially the bill at the end. You see, you guys get out early and leave them there. Let me find the intro that I read you yesterday, as we are now here. So this was what I read to you for yesterday. You've been traveling along the high road for days. As evening approaches, you spot a wooden signpost next to the trail. that heads north into the hills. Nailed to the post are 3 arrow-shaped signs. The 2 marked Waterdeep and Daggerfall follow the high road, but point in opposite directions. The 3rd marked Nightstone beckons you to follow the trail. If memory serves, Nightstone is roughly 10 miles ahead. So rather than continue traveling through the night, you stopped for the evening at this inn that lovely Ruby has just opened. And you are coming, I believe, from around Waterdeep. Is that correct, where your people are from, Lon, the gnome?
Yeah, we're just outside of Waterdeep. That's the major metropolis.
Alright. Is there anything we need to do before we head out the 10 miles up the road?
Gosh. Guys, I don't want to really leave Left Behind behind.
That's your Furbolg, right?
Yeah, his name's Left Behind. Mostly because he's always left behind.
Well, we're not
I
really
thought
leaving him
it's...
behind. He's with the bard.
No, he's gonna think. He's gonna think it though. You think he's gonna be okay?
Would you like to me to write a note for him?
Yeah, that'd be great.
Can he read?
Draw a picture. Yeah, pictures.
You could draw an arrow that shows the direction we went.
Perfect. Do that.
But, sir, what if he moves the direction of the letter? It will point in a different direction. How about I draw a map?
Map's good. Map's good.
And then point out the direction down the road and the path that we will be taking.
Yeah, like an arrow to the map, and then he could just follow the map. That's good.
Very well. Would you like to seal it?
Yeah.
So that he knows it is from you?
Yeah, that's the best part. I'll pull out my my little pedigree kit and my little wax seal.
Alright. Who's drawing this picture? Does anyone have some type of, like, artisan skill or something relevant? Or is it just a piece of paper parchment with an arrow?
It's just a piece of parchment with an arrow, because I don't think my mason's tools will help in this situation.
Alright.
Oh, we could carve it, carve it out of a rock or something.
Just into the floorboards at the end.
I could construct a clockwork map.
I'm just going to. It's not going to be fancy. It's just a road that says Waterdeep, that other place, the location we're going, and like a little happy hut next to the road with a little arrow that points towards Nightstone.
Oh, we should go to the Happy Hut. That sounds like a great place.
We are at the Happy Hut.
Mission accomplished.
This place is great. Except for, well, yeah, something about a fiend.
Wait, what? There's a fiend?
I think I was just a little off. Just I haven't really practiced my senses too much. It's been a couple 100 years, but yeah, no, everything was fine. We didn't die in our sleep. I probably should have said something last night when I sensed the evil, but gosh, it was just kind of tired.
That's what you were doing. You went out to go hunt the evil and protect us.
Yeah. Let's get out of here.
Yeah, you hear some stirring from the kitchen. You think Ruby might be awake now.
Let's get out of here.
Alright.
Somebody hold my armor. I'm gonna tiptoe.
Oh, that's right, because you get disadvantage. I'll sneak with your armor.
I know what's going on.
Someone carry this chainmail for me.
Just butt ass naked.
I'll carry his chainmail for him if he really wants.
Just the boots. If you're not wearing the boots, you're silent still.
Oh, you got a nice 17 stealth there.
Oh, why'd you roll it? Oh god, no.
I also have disadvantage on my stealth.
Oh, jeez.
Because now you're carrying my mail? Is that what?
I'll wait outside.
You hear Ruby starts yelling from the kitchen. Oh, boys, are you guys up? I'm gonna make some fresh
no, we're
bread.
just sleepwalking. We're just sleepwalking. Go.
I am kind of hungry.
No, stay focused.
What are you making?
God damn, we lost him.
We're gonna make some lovely fish
Smells
rolls.
good.
Should we go? We can wake everyone up. I'll set the table. Just one moment. And she happily goes back to the kitchen.
Did she leave anything like on the counter?
Yes. She left like two of those little fish rolls from the night before. Like
Temel, what's up there?
like-
Temel, what's up there?
Temel like reaches out his hand for it and grabs the roll off the counter, but instead of talking to you, he just starts eating.
I'm like trying to like peek, like to see what's in his palm while he's eating.
It's good. Mm.
it's like a steam bun. It's delicious. It's still slightly warm inside.
Oh, can
Fresh
I?
out of the oven.
I mage hand a fish out of the river next to the.
Just a raw fish.
I want one, Temel.
Well, then I'll firebolt it.
To just jar it. It's all raw still on the inside. I don't know if you get an even roast with fireball, do you?
Made with a good roll, man.
We could find out. So you guys gonna stay for breakfast and wait for the other two to perhaps wake up? Or are you just grabbing the rolls and running out?
I'd like to grab the roll and run.
I'm sauntering out.
It's been a while since we've dined and dashed.
Right. You grab the other roll. Timmel's still eating his on the way out. You guys can get out there before you have to pay for anything, before your teammates wake up. So, let me read you this. After following the trail for 10 miles, you hear the ringing of a bell. The sound grows louder as Nightzone comes into view. A river flows from the settlement, forming a moat. The village itself is contained within a wooden palisade, beyond which you see a windmill, a tall steeple, and the high-pitched roofs of several other buildings. Apart from the ringing of the bell, you detect no other activity in the village. The trail ends before a lowered drawbridge that spans the moat. Beyond the drawbridge, 2 stone watchtowers flank an open gap in the palisade. South of the village and surrounded by the river moat is a cone-shaped, flat-topped hill on which stands a stone keep enclosed by a wooden wall. The keep, which overlooks the village, is partially collapsed. A wooden bridge that once connected to keep the village has been partially collapsed as well. I think I have a map for you.
It's very shoddy stonework that the humans did up there.
Oh, we didn't get here until night.
No, it's daylight.
It's very dark.
Oh,
No, it's
Oh.
fine. Devlin, just open your eyes.
I can fix that. I know why. You don't have sight on. I will turn sight on.
What is that? Who has tentacles in their mouth?
Wait, what?
What is this thing? Nope, it's gone.
What
It's
are,
back.
All right.
what are you talking
And
about?
where are we?
Does nobody else see this thing?
What? Thing? What are
It's
you
at the
talking
top left
about?
at the little creaky.
Oh, that's the compass rose for this. I don't know why.
I feel like that's our first boss.
There's got to be some foreshadowing there.
Oh no, hold on. I've got to get a token for Gridbot, otherwise he can't see anything.
Oh, we're little tiny things over there. Look at that.
You're right.
Oh, the castle is cut off from the rest of the town.
The other thing you can do is give Gridbot control of all of our tokens, and Gridbot will see everything that all of us see.
Yeah.
I can't do that because your tokens are attached to character sheets. Actually, no,
Give
I
Gridbot
can't do
control to all
that. I give Gridbot control of
don't-
all the character sheets.
You might mess with my stats.
That's fair. That's fair.
So we're moonwalking down this path.
Oh, I'm walking forward.
Hold on, don't walk forward till I finish giving Gridbot sight of
We're
your
kind of at a
tokens.
jaunty angle.
Let's see. Who did I not get yet? Gridbot.
Ha! I'm bigger than the mule now.
Pink and Thorn. That's who I need. Alright.
Nameplates. I don't know who's who.
Oh, I could probably turn those on, or you can just learn about each other.
Who's the horse?
That's your mule.
What's his name?
There we go. You want to talk about your
Mule's
mule?
named Nil.
Moscow.
Mill the mule.
Moscow. That would have been good, actually.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
Nil. Gotcha.
luckily, with my great knowledge of history, I know exactly what happened to that collapsed tower and bridge.
Do you? Whoa, that's fair. This I'll tell you this with that great roll. As far as your history accounts are concerned, they were working and functional. so,
And so,
so
speaking from my great wealth of historical knowledge, I can tell you that that was a very well-built bridge and tower, and if it collapsed, it must have happened very recently.
there you go.
We should go see what happened.
Yeah, it's kind of exciting. Hope everybody's okay.
Maybe a giant monster collapsed it, and we can hunt that.
You're right. I did not hear about it collapsing at any point, but I don't really pay much attention to the human histories.
Weren't you trying to gather knowledge or something? You should
Yes.
probably
About
like
dwarves
pay
for the
attention
most
to
part.
everything.
But why? There's only so much room in your head for knowledge.
Maybe
It's good to
ignore
gather all you can, but you should focus.
I'll turn on
Pick an
your,
area to be an expertise in.
turn on your nameplate so you can recognize who's who.
There, I'm starting to see names, yeah.
Luckily, we're mostly different sizes.
I had tried to do that. I don't know if you're still different sizes as we switch maps and tokens, but I tried to capture the size difference as we have one dwarf, one hill dwarf, 2 gnomes, and a human in this group. And a mule.
A half orc, by the way.
Half orc, by the way. That's right. Excuse me.
Which half?
You're only half human.
Left half.
Alright. Continue on your way. Alright, if you don't want to try to move 2 tokens, you can,
Oh, Devlin's
we can
gonna
just
continue.
assume Nil is with you.
No, Thorin sprints ahead.
I can tell Thorn is sprinting ahead and Devin are just running. Long, short little legs, he's a little slower.
Oh god, got trampled by the mule. Go on with
Dwarf
that, mate.
stopped for a break. Everybody has to go around. So fat he blocks the whole room.
Oh,
I'm very lithe. Okay.
So your plan is just to sprint 30 feet at a time, then take a minute rest.
It's so kind that you think I can move 30 feet.
This is the bridge that we see from the side down below.
Well, that is the bridge that you see from below.
We see any signs of, anything to be concerned of inside the town, like smoke or signs of activity or sounds from this distance?
You do
You mean like the
hear-
ringing of bells that sound very off-putting?
Wait, the bells still are still ringing?
Mhm. The bells are
You
still
know
Are
what,
those
that's-
ceremonial bells, or are they like, oh god, we're under attack bells?
They
Yeah,
I
are.
feel like those are under attack bells. Ceremonial bells usually don't go on for like minutes because that would be annoying.
You know, there's many ceremonies in which you ring bells for hours, if not days on end. I'm not sure who they worship here, but that
That's-
could be the case.
That is true with your 20 and a 24 in a religious check. But these seem like they're going on a little too long, and they're not staggered or anything of that, and you don't see any signs of people, joyously celebrating or hear music or anything of that nature.
They're not
Yeah, we should
harmonious
go-
bell ringing.
A little
Right.
faster. Hey, one of
Yeah.
you big people want to get in front?
Let's pick it up.
Big people. You've got one big person and a
Armored
guess you
people,
mean
really.
me.
Oh my god, I see something.
Nothing. Yeah. So yeah, we'll pick up the pace. I'm gonna stay behind Temel, who probably starts to outpace me quite quickly.
What do you see?
I don't know, they're gray and
What do your dwarf eyes see?
You want to give me a perception check?
not really. I'm distracted by trying to figure out what the bells are.
Alright, you're very distracted by the bells.
Devil's trying to peer through the gate and see what's going on in there. Usually looking for like fires or anything, or sounds of women wailing.
Don't hear the sounds of wailing, and you don't smell the smokes of any fires. You do see 2 very large predatory dog-like creatures.
Oh, I know what those are. They are.
They do look large and monsters. Oh, there you go, 19. You see wargs. Your nature check there.
Those are wargs. Humans don't ride wargs.
Goblins, sometimes orcs.
I suggest we charge in with reckless abandon.
Yeah, I'm just pulling the mule behind us, going, yeah, go do that. Let them know that, it was me.
They do appear to be saddled, though no one is obviously on them, and they look like they currently are eating a dead dog in the courtyard there.
If you guys aren't going to charge in, then I'm just going to firebolt them.
I'm gonna walk across the bridge as stealthily as I can. Yep.
Go ahead and Lon or Nil, somebody who's still out there. Do either of you have survival?
I mean, I can click the button, but no, I'm not proficient in it.
Did you just ask the mule to roll?
I think I did.
I mean, the mule may have it. Let me check.
Timmel, but-
I got a
No, the
critical-
mule does not have it.
Got a critical failure.
Oh man, a critical failure. Yeah, you're pretty sure. No one's come this way. Like, I don't even know what to do with a critical failure in this case.
I mean, I don't know what you were trying to make us roll for, but like I said, I was trying to keep the mule with us, and then look for a spot where I can like stake the reins into the ground so that he doesn't just wander off.
You can tie him up there to like the chain on the drawbridge or something, or that tree there.
That seems like a bad idea if they close the
That's how
drawbridge.
you hang a mule. I think I'll use the tree. Maybe my critical failure, I start tying him to the bridge if you'd like. I don't know.
No, you can put him. You can put him on that tree there.
We're all very bad at survival.
Our mule
Yeah.
is just hanging from a bridge. Our stuff is just falling
I
into
think
the
three
water.
of us are mediocre at survival. Thank you.
Well, I'll continue walking forward as you're busy tying up the thing.
All right. You
Oh,
see
how much do you think that dead dog weighs?
I
No, forget I asked that. Probably more than 10 pounds.
That
don't
depends
know.
how long you wait for them to eat it.
Yeah, the wargs are currently eating it. Let me follow up to see how much a dog would normally weigh. Oh, that's not a dead dog. That's a death dog. It's way different. We'll say if you. We'll say 10 pounds. It'd be 10 pounds by the fact they've eaten so much of it now.
Well, I just realized I have to get it within 30 feet to mage hand it, so we'll forget that plan.
So you see two watchtowers here. There's above you. That's what controls the drawbridge, obviously.
Oh, is there a doorway right here where I could go into a watchtower?
Ping for me again.
Just where we're all standing? Or...
Yeah. There's a door like here, and then there's one here for this one.
Is that right here?
Yeah.
Alright, Devlin is going to go in and go up the watchtower. Well, actually he's going to look and see, does it have windows facing the middle of town?
Let me see here.
Or like, did it have an open top? I see there's a ladder inside now.
Yeah, there's a ladder, so you can crawl up to the top of it and look out.
Great. Because of line of sight, thanks.
Yeah.
I just put my character back outside and we'll remember I'm on top.
Yeah, hold on. See, inside there's a winch as a mechanism to probably, control the drawbridge. It would take a while to do it up. Let's see if there's anything else. I think that's about it. I don't think you'll see a whole lot more if you actually went to the top of it. Then you can just see if your character's standing outside with the dynamic lighting. So.
Alright, I just want to be somewhere where these wargs, I don't think they can climb ladders.
Gotcha. Okay, fair enough. Yeah. If you're just trying to get like out of their off the ground, you can do that. Then you guys see these like stones here, these big stones that have broken the surface in multiple places, like someone has dropped these large stones.
Drop the large stones.
Large stones, yes. They look
Drop
very...
them or like catapulted them? Do they look like a ballistic trajectory, or is this just like we drop them from a few feet?
Give me an investigation.
Can I roll that also with my bird's eye view from the top of the tower here? I feel like
Sure, you can roll that.
I should.
I mean, they definitely look very out of place. It doesn't look like they belong here.
The dwarf, I know.
But maybe
lots about
these
stones.
goblins have hot air balloon technology, and they were just dropping them out of the sky.
That's a possibility. You also notice, particularly from your top view, Delvin, you notice there's like this kind of weird hole here. They'll say something has been like taken away from this spot, like torn away.
Oh, I'm guessing it was a statue,
Perhaps.
based on something I heard somewhere sometime.
Let us carefully approach the wargs and see if we can't calm them down and. See...
They clearly have saddles, don't they?
They do have saddles,
Yes.
yes.
I wonder where their riders are, and anyone else.
Do we hear the sounds of people over the bells at all?
You do not hear the sounds of people. The wargs are currently still feasting on the remains of the dead dog. Alright,
I see things.
We can stop there. We'll roll initiative now. Let me see.
Oh, I didn't have my token selected. That means I get to roll again, right?
No.
I changed it back to the right number.
You know, there's an entire handout about how to do initiative for these NPCs, and I should have read that. That's okay. Alright, so the wargs look up and they start snarling at Thorn and Temmel. They do not look friendly. Do we have everybody here except for the mule? So that's good. Lon the gnome, you are the fastest of your party. What would you like to do?
That's awkward, because I'm mostly just watching, like looking backwards. I'm kind of just like walking backwards right now. Looking back out the gate at the mule to make sure he's like not, you know,
Not
untied from the tree. Not the best at not tying. But like once I hear the wargs like stop gnawing and like perk up, I'll just sort of like look over my shoulder, be like, oh, all right, yep, this is a thing, and I'll just start moving forward. I guess I'm pretty far back. That'll take me about a half an hour to catch up.
Okay. Alright, you can, I believe, move faster, right? If you use your whole action, you can double time it a little bit.
Yeah, you get your movement, and then you can use an action to move your movement again.
Alright, I don't know how to break ties in D&D, so does Thorn or Delvin want to go first?
You go by dexterity.
Ooh, who has a higher dexterity of the two of you?
I have a dexterity of 14.
Looks like they have the same dexterity.
Alright, what's next?
I have no idea. I've never had
Fight.
to go that far.
Alright,
Fight to the death.
Delvin, you got a 16. Thorn, you got a 17. Thorn goes first. I think you are supposed to just re-roll. That's normally what I've always done. But Thorn, you're going first.
All right. They look very angry at me.
Mm-hmm. Very angry and snarling. Do you speak Goblin or or Warg by chance?
I do not speak Goblin or Warg.
Sorry, Devlin. Okay, so I don't know if animal handling would be useful here. But you are welcome to do some other type of action.
You know, I don't think I like goblins very much. They're tiny, they often go in the ground, they smell bad. So I'm just going to walk up and smash it. Smash one of them.
Alright, walk away.
That's 25 feet. And I will smash at it.
Smash at it. 6 is not gonna do it.
you know, it still has a dog in its mouth, and I just can't bring myself to like get the good shot, and I pull back.
All right. One moment, I need to do something else as well. As we have opted for the attack round, or the straight at the problem. What is it you said, Devlin? Whenever we came in here, run at
I
it
think
with,
we should charge forth with reckless abandon.
Yes, that was very appropriate.
Oh, by the way, guys, I spot some goblins off to the northeast. Probably should have mentioned that earlier.
Oops, I totally rolled. No, I don't need 26. I need 1d20. There we go.
Also, I just noticed the tie-breaking was between Thorin and Devlin. I actually have a -1. That was my mistake. I thought it was between Temo and Thorin.
No problem. Okay, so what'd you get? Yeah, 6 isn't gonna quite cut it. So, Devlin, you're gonna be next.
All right. Well, I have no problems with if I accidentally hit the already dead dog. I mean, come on. So I'm just gonna throw a firebolt at the closest warg. It's about, it's kind of close to the edge of my range there. But it's within 120 feet.
That's not an AoE though, right?
Correct. Just single target.
Alright. Do you still just have to beat its AC?
Yes.
Ties go to the attacker in 5e.
Yeah, that's fine. He beat it either way. I just wanted to make sure I didn't need to roll a saving throw thing. It's just a normal armor class. So, yes, you hit it.
4 whole fire damage.
4 whole fire damage. I do not believe wargs have any particular weakness to fire. Did you want the first one or the second one?
It's gonna be the closest one.
Alright. Put a -4 on him.
First hit of the story.
Yay! Alright. Anything else you'd like to say, Devlin? Perhaps a quirky one-liner? Quirky one-liner?
Or a one-liner about quarries, whatever you prefer.
Nope, I got nothing.
Alright.
Devlin has only 5 wisdom, so his one-liners will...
Or 2 lines.
Yeah.
Alright. Move these guys down for now. They're not gonna go because they just started hearing the ruckus. Alright. Timmel, you're next.
Alright, so Tim will go ahead and grab his axe from across his back and just kind of huff as he starts jogging his way over here to get up to the 2 wargs. He'll take a dash action. He doesn't have enough movement to do it in 1.
Okay. You don't have enough movement to get all the way to 1 more?
Nope. It was 35. I have 30.
Could you not get the one in the front, though?
No.
Some jerk is standing in front of it.
Alright. I figured you could at least get to the side of it here. Where were you at?
I was about 35 feet back, so about there. Yeah, I don't remember exactly.
I think you were 1 spot in front of me. I recall.
I think it was a little further down. I think it was like about there.
Mm-hmm.
This is why I prefer hexes, really. Though there seems to be squares in this one.
Yeah, you can move diagonal and squares, corner to corner, but yeah, you were definitely outside of the 30-foot range.
Alright, okay, fair enough. Alright, you dash. It looks good. It's good. Very brave of you. Wargs go next. One's going to try to bite Thorn, the other one is going to try to bite Timmel, since you guys are right next to them. Let's see how this works. I don't know why it just gave them advantage just because, to make my life easier. They don't have advantage per se. So 10, that probably doesn't beat your armor class? Timmel?
No, it is not.
Alright.
I think you whispered those to yourself. I don't see them.
I did whisper them to myself. That seems to be how it's rolling. So
You gotta click the little gear if you want to change the defaults. Fortunately, that'll be the defaults for every single
yeah,
creature type you'll have to change.
we'll leave it for now and I'll mess with it later. So that will be a bite to Thorn as well. He's got 17 on Thorn.
18 AC.
Ooh, fantastic. Alright, that's all the wargs are gonna do. and we're back around to the top, so let me put these in order now, as more combatants are going to join the fray, and the goblins got very lucky. So, let me see what he's got for movement. I don't know how fast goblins are. They're 30 feet. Alright. They are going to run up here. They're 30 feet of movement. About there. And Pojo will go next, so he'll run about there. And they are going to shoot at Thorn, which I think gives them advantage. One's going to shoot at Thorn, the other one's going to shoot at Timmel. Got short bows, so this is one for Timmel. 20 will hit you. That's 6 points of damage.
Okay. 20 definitely hits.
Alright, the next one got a 20. That will hit Thorn.
Yep.
Alright, that was 8 points of damage. As they start firing at you with short bows, jumping up and down like little goblins do. Very excited. Jilk as well is going to run out here. Let's see what he's got. He's got 10, 20. Hey, you can make it just outside. I made it to look at range for this guy though, because I get the feeling it's going to be a bit far for him. Oh, come on, roll 20. Let me have my token. Oh, is he not on seal mode? Alright, I cannot grab my goblin token, so I'm just going to...
Check that, make sure you're on like the little select move thingy. That
Oh,
on the
you
right
know, I
layer
bet
or
that was
something.
it. I bet I was
you
using...
might have been the ruler.
No, I've got the ruler on. I just...
Can you grab anybody's token? Maybe hit refresh.
Oh, you know, I
Although
bet...
it's going to close all of your things.
bet that's it.
Are you on the GM layer?
Oh god, I did close all my things. I didn't think about that before I did it. Mistakes were made. It's okay. The performance of these maps is the only thing that bothers me a little. Let's see. As pretty as they are.
Very pretty.
They are very pretty. Does anyone know, like, what's the range on a short bow?
Like 300.
Okay, alright, so used to us playing Shadow
300
where it's like
millimeters.
every 5 feet is it's gone too far.
Eight.
Oh.
80 actually for a short bow before it gets disadvantage.
Alright, there he is. He's outside. There we go. Alright. That was Jilk. Jilk is going to fire.
Don't tell us their names.
Oh, sorry. I
It'll,
shouldn't
it'll
say.
make it harder to kill them.
Yeah, that's true.
No,
So
it won't.
he's gonna fire at Timmel. He's the biggest target he can see over there. That will be a 6. That's not gonna hit. So that was all the goblins' moves. He's also firing you at the tiny little bow. Lon the gnome, we're back to you.
Alright. Let me move my sheet out of the way. What do we got going on? Some goblins have joined the fray.
Yes, goblins have joined the fray.
Ooh, I see a lot of goblins. Alright. I am going to... I'm gonna move to intercept. Oh, well, I'm gonna... gonna try.
Mm-hmm.
So let's move. This guy down here shooting a little bow. Is that what's
Yep.
happening?
Yep, all of them are shooting short bows.
All right, then that means I need to keep on keeping on. So I'll go ahead and double move, and I have my shield in my hand, and I'll unsheath the long sword, and I sort of raise it above my head and start screaming as I slowly begin to run towards this goblin.
All right. Devlin, you are next.
It should be Thorin.
Oh, it should be Thorin. You're right. Thorn, it will
How's
be
Temel looking, health-wise?
Temple just took a bow to the chest. He actually is looking a bit hurt. There's blood coming off of his bare chest.
I will move closer towards the goblins and look towards Temel and give a nod. Don't worry, friend, we have this.
He recognizes your sacrifice.
And that did not actually do anything. All right.
That seems to have been broken.
He begins to seize on the ground. But
Uh,
nonsense.
There we go.
You are healed for 8 points of damage, and that is my bonus action. As an action, I will dodge.
Alright. To remind me what that does.
Disadvantage on all attacks
Fantastic.
against me.
Against you. Because I think the goblins currently have advantage because you're in melee combat with the warg, right? So that'll cancel it
You
out.
may want to double check that. Kobolds get pack tactics, goblins, I don't think get it automatically.
That was more for flanking because you're fighting you got something in front of you fighting, and it's got friends in melee basically. Someone
I
correct me if
know.
I'm wrong.
Are we using the flanking rules that we're using from the other thing?
That was my intention. If we want to skip that for now, as it will put you at a disadvantage, we can. But I was assuming we'd be using it.
So with a ranged weapon, I don't believe. I believe that was giving you sneak attack damage as a rogue. To get flanking in the variant rule that we were using is essentially what Thorin has just shifted. Now, if Temel were to attack the one that Thorin is in front of, because he is flanking by being in melee combat surrounding the target, they would get disadvantage or get advantage on the attack.
Okay. Let's do that.
I personally am not a fan of the variant flanking rule at all, for many reasons that I can go on for at length. But I will leave it up to you.
We'll not worry about it in this one. We'll talk about it afterwards. So we'll not use it now. But Devlin, you are next.
Devlin, the Master of Flames, will fire another firebolt at the warg and make it fire.
Make it fire. Oh, fantastic. Well, 20 definitely beats him.
Haha!
That'll be 11. Alright. Nice 11. That warg's fur is now on fire.
Man, you got our first hit and our first crit.
That's beautiful.
What? It's the second hit. I hit it last time too.
Well, I'm saying you got the first hit.
Oh yes,
now on a
I get
different
the first
attack.
everything.
Yeah.
Alright.
Do
Okay,
you expect
hopefully
I'm
get the
the Master of Flames?
Hopefully get the first death too.
I'm the Master of Flame, of course. Alright, the
Devlin
warg.
yells out, "Ha ha! I am the Master of Flames! Ha ha! You
Well,
all
be-
burn!"
You can have inspiration for that. That was fantastic.
Wicked Witch of the.
But I already had inspiration, and I don't know what it does yet.
Oh, you can use it before you roll to essentially give yourself advantage on something.
Ah, cool.
Or canceled disadvantage.
Or cancel disadvantage, yeah. So. Alright, that is a natural 20 on the warg's part for Thorn.
So, what breaks the tie? Because we both have 5, and I think last time I went before the wargs.
I'll let the player always go first usually. So I think the warg has a +1 to agility.
I've got a +2.
All right, you're first.
I mean, I don't have agility, but I have a
Then
+2 to
let's-
dexterity.
Let's pretend you don't know that warg's about to bite Thorn really hard.
They do have
I don't know.
disadvantage to attack me.
Oh, that's true. That's a good point. It may
Uh,
not be biting him really hard.
I feel like the short bow arrow just kind of forced its way out of Temple's chest with a gesture from Thorin, and he starts to do a great swinging overhead arc for his great axe and brings it down on the one closer to him.
All right, 25 will definitely hit. All right, that one had not been damaged yet, so now you have cleaved it in twain. No, not twain. But you farmed it. Its hurt. Its paw is very hurt. It's bleeding, and making poor little sounds.
Now I feel bad.
Oh, you shouldn't. It's a vicious, evil-looking warg. All right, that one bites a Thorn and fails to do any proper damage to him. Just gnaws at his armor and breaks some of its teeth. Ooh, but the other one got a 19, which on Timmel, which I believe will beat your AC.
Certainly.
Alright, then that will be 12 points of piercing damage.
Okay. Rage last turn, so I'll get 6 points, right?
Alright. It would be 6 points, I do believe. And you are a creature, so you need to make a strength saving throw.
I think I got that one.
You definitely got that one, yeah. You beat that fantastically. Well played. It's unable to knock you over as it tries to bite you and just hit your chest with its paws. Alright, we're back around to some goblins if I didn't miss anyone. So little Tot is going to pull up his bow and fire again. I realize that he actually can do this in a range of 80, so he's going to do that. He's not going to hit anybody with that, so he's actually going to run backwards a little bit as you guys are getting a little close. Folks gonna do the same thing. Yeah, I just stopped telling you names. You're right. You don't know their names. All right. 10's not gonna hurt either of you guys, I think, though. What was your AC, Timmel?
15.
All right, then yeah, he's not gonna hit you either. Jilk is next. He sees a gnome running at him, looking awful fierce. He's going to shoot at the gnome. Actually, no. He's going to just holster his short bow, if you will. He's going to grab his scimitar and run to meet you, gnome. Uh, 14 will probably not beat your AC, though, right, Lon?
Yeah, I parried off my shield,
Alright, fantastic. Then we're back to you.
and I thrust my sword downward, trying to capitalize on the parry. 17 to hit.
Alright. I forgot about these guys down here. As some other goblins are coming to join the fray, having heard these noise. That will definitely hit him. Do you believe? Yes, it will hit him, despite his little leather armor and shield.
Max damage.
Oh no! You have slain the goblin.
Oh Jesus.
He's very dead. Would you like to describe your kill?
I was holding my shield or my sword above my head as I ran towards him. So I just sort of I swing out with my shield to block the scimitar, and that kind of leaves him exposed. And I just fling the sword downwards and just cleave off the arm of the scimitar. It just drops, and then the goblin follows. Spray of blood. I'm still screaming at the top of my lungs.
Fantastic. Oh no! Alright. They're gonna go last. It's convenient for me. Alright, that was Lon the Gnome. Next is Thorn.
Going to continue to move myself over. Not really breaking away from either of these two mastiffs, trying to put myself between Temel and the goblins, and I am going to defend again.
Okay, you defend. Will be Blickdex. He already moved. He sees his friend there get slain by a gnome. He is going to try to shoot a short bow at the gnome. B14, which I do not believe will beat your AC.
Yeah, it just flies over my head.
Timmel.
Demo
I
will
feel like
take
I
another
forgot
swing.
to burn something.
Oh, Devlin. Yeah,
You
no,
did
sorry.
hit the
I did accidentally hit you twice. Yeah, Devlin, so you can go, by all means. You forgot to burn something. It's your turn, sir. Firebolt will
And
definitely...
that same warg.
Yeah, that'll definitely hit. Alright, 6 points of damage on it. It's very bloodied and wounded. It's whimpering now. It's not whimpering, it's a ferocious warg. It's still growling and snarling, but it looks like it's bleeding everywhere. It's missing a hind leg. It's on
These are some
fire.
beefy wargs.
Timmel.
Temple take the swing at the warg in front of him. You got a 13.
Oh, you got a 13? Oh, that might be pretty close. Let me see. I believe attacker wins ties in this, so yep, you hit it. Be 15 points of slashing damage. Holy crap. You kill it. It is dead.
You hear kind of cry out a little bit at the blood that kind of spurts out from the warg.
Alright, well, fantastic, sir. There's only one warg to give it a go. He's gonna try to bite, Timmel. Oh no, he's been biting Thorn the whole time, sorry. Either way, it's a 7. He's not gonna hit anybody. He's too wounded in a flame. It hurts so much. Alright. This little goblin down here is going to fire an arrow at... Ooh, I forgot about that. That's fantastic. It's gonna fire an arrow at the goblin, or at the gnome, and he misses.
No take backs. He hits the goblin.
Okay, no. Well, the goblin's dead, so yes, he tries to shoot at you, and he just hits the goblin dead at your feet. And then he's gonna use his bonus action to hide. I don't know if there's a way for me to roll that on their sheets.
If they don't have stealth, you just roll
Oh wait,
dexterity.
there we go. I have stealth. Alright, he can do it as a bonus action. So, go ahead and give me a perception check on the gnome.
4.
Alright, this little goblin here just disappeared somehow. He's gone.
Could
I
I maybe
haven't-
see him from
I
my
haven't
perch
actually-
on the tower?
Yeah, you can go ahead and give me a perception check as well. Well, you can do it but at a disadvantage because you've been firing at the warg. So you're kind of faced
Okay.
more in that direction. Can you
I haven't been
Good.
I haven't been looking at the map, so
-1.
if he's hiding, then yeah, I literally don't know. I don't know which one you're talking about.
Oh,
So-
well,
So it's
wa-
fine.
he was last around here. It's the last time you saw him. I didn't realize they have Heidi skills.
That might be the one that's blocked by the house for me anyway.
Yeah, I was just kind of curious. I switched the dynamic lighting out of wondering about that. That's okay. Either way, he hit. Alright. They are still doing well. They feel like they've got a chance. They are going... These two little goblins up here, back to the north, are going to fire at Thorn. Their bows. It's 14. And an 8. So they're just firing arrows at you, Thorn, and having no luck with it. Good call on that disadvantage, because one of them got a 21 on their attack. Your defense is paying off. Alright, that one's dead, so I don't need... You can take him off the turn order. He's not going to be doing much more. Lon the Gnome, back to you. Oh no, I forgot. They have bonus actions. So yeah, these two little goblins are going to do the same thing. They're also going to try to hide. So, Thorn and Timmel, you guys can give me perception checks to try to spot them.
They have stuff to hide behind, right? They're hide in plain sight's a thing you get at like 20th level.
Yeah, they actually haven't moved, so I'm just I'm moving them, and then they're going to hide.
Gotcha.
That was my intention. Okay, they got... Okay, so I'm just gonna describe... I wanted to tell you guys, or have you guys roll first, so y'all just know which one to, like, leave, unhidden. So, one of them... This one... disappears. He's run off and hidden somewhere. Neither of you guys see him. And then the other one, Fogo, he runs back here to kind of hide by this house. And Timmel, you don't see him, but Thorn, you see where he goes. So I'm not going to take him off the map because you saw where he went.
Excellent.
He was not so sneaky for you. Now we're back to Lon the Gnome.
Alright. I begin the trek towards the next goblin that I see. Which will take a while.
Quite a journey.
With a double move I'll get there. Screaming the whole way. Probably about halfway through that, I go, and then to start yelling again.
To take a big breath.
Yeah.
Alright. Thorin, it's gonna be back to you. One warg is dead, the other one's still up, and you saw that little goblin run to hide somewhere, but he's kind of just peeking its head out from behind that, like, little house there. You can see him.
Now that the battle has started to turn, I'm going to look at this warg in front of me, bash my mace against my my shield that has the symbol of my god upon it, and call down fire from the heavens upon him.
Jeez.
Oh, 3 damage. That's awesome.
Secret Flame, 3 damage, alright.
DC 14, dex save.
Dex save, you say? They're actually not too bad at that. I think that's how I rolled their saves on this sheet. Well, he got a 6. So, I think you definitely hit him with it. 3 damage, you say? He is very, very almost dead. You can see their health bars, right?
Nope.
Oh,
Nope.
it's not turn. Okay. Well, he is a
And I
extremely
move
hurt.
further over here.
Okay. You're just getting out of sight from that goblin, so he can't shoot at you with a bow.
I have to come closer to not be so much of a coward.
Alright, I just wanted to make sure I knew your intention.
Yeah.
Alright, Devlin.
As Devlin fires another overpowered fireball at the sky, or firebolt.
Oh,
Yells,
jeez.
"Ah, stupid dwarf! I am the master of flames, not you! Ha ha!" And does barely 6 damage.
Who was
but-
that? That was to the warg.
I really hope that's enough to
Yeah,
kill the orc.
that's enough to kill him. Alright, he's definitely dead. Alright. This little goblin
And
starts
then-
good.
Can I start to climb down the tower?
Yeah, I think you could probably do that with your movement, right? So we'll do that. I need to look.
Yeah. I'll put myself back inside the tower then. I'll know nothing that's going on outside.
Alright, fantastic. Alright. I need to roll some things. Hold on. I keep forgetting to roll the new combatants every time they come into play. Let me make sure this isn't too far for what they want to do. Nope, that will work. Let me put them on the token layer, and they will come up here in a minute. It's all an elaborate trap, Lon the Gnome. We were here for you the whole time. Okay, worry about them next time. Alright. Goblin Blick is going to try to swing at Lon the Gnome. Benedict, close his sheet. Let's see. Yeah, he grabs his scimitar and swings at you. Gets a 9. That's not gonna work. He has no success. I totally forgot about him. That's okay. He is going to probably turn and run. As Lon the Gnome is coming at him.
I get to swing at him.
You would get to swing at him, by all means. Swing away. Oh, jeez.
19
That definitely hit him.
For
Before.
4 to his back as he turns and runs.
Alright, you put a good slash to him and hit his ribs. He's bleeding a whole trail as he runs away. Timmel, you're next.
So I guess there's a flaming warg at his feet, but Temel starts to look around for any foes he can see.
Yeah.
I don't think there's any actually.
You can do a perception check if you want to try to see some foes. 11. 11 is not going to be enough. Ah, well, you know what? We like dice games. I'll roll it to see. Nope. You do not currently see any foes. Oh.
He'll just kind of pull back a little bit, kind of back out of the courtyard, over here towards Thorn and Devlin.
Alright. Can do that. You can also do the defend if you don't want to use your whole action to do that, if you're not running or anything.
Oh yeah, we'll do defend.
I assume barbarians can still do that. Even though you're all reckless and ragey.
Yeah, say I would remind them about the rage mechanic and how that will expire.
I don't think I have any way to keep it going, because I don't know where a single goblin is.
He can't hear me screaming at the top of my lungs.
Oh yeah, no, of course, yeah. You don't see any immediately around you, but you do hear Lon down there, who is being fired upon and yelling. That's fair.
Alright, that's fair. I will dash in his direction.
One moment. Sorry, I'm looking around the map to see if there are any other goblins that are supposed to be attacking you. Okay. Timmel, that's what you do. The warriors are dead. We don't need to worry about them. Flick the goblin is going to burst out of his hiding spot and fire an arrow at Timmel, who's running currently, or trying to run past him. Actually, he's gonna pull out his... Yeah, he'll do his short bow and he'll try to fire at you. I don't think he gets advantage for being hidden, right? There's no
He
sneak.
does.
He does.
He does, yeah.
17 hit?
Yes.
Okay. He got 4 piercing damage on you.
He got 4, or so I think it'd be 2 with resistance.
Sounds right. And I will put him back on the map, because now you should be able to see him as he just attacked you. He's kind of hiding behind this house here, so he just kind of peeks around the corner, fires an arrow at you as you try to go running past. To remove these little goblins. Oops. I don't know who the hell that is. Okay, that doesn't matter. Alright, fantastic. Okay, next will be Tot, who was up there. Alright, he needs to keep moving. Oh man, come on, ruler. Show me how far I need to go. How is it you measure up the whole distance whenever you click on things?
You hold your token and then press spacebar, like tap spacebar while holding your token at various distances. It'll basically create a checkpoint and show you the distance between the checkpoints.
Okay. Thank you. Alright, you see this, Orn, but I'm just gonna move his thing, even though he's technically hiding. You were not fooled by him. This little goblin like sneaks over to the edge of this house and is hiding. And he probably can't quite see you where you're at, but he knows you're over in that direction. So he's sneaking up on you. Let's see, that would be, how far does he get till he can move? Yeah, so you'll have to move an extra distance, but he doesn't know that you see him, so he's gonna move up to like the corner of the house with the intention of trying to stab you next. But that's all his movement basically will be. So those two. Oops. Alright, go ahead and give me a perception check, Lon. These little goblins should actually be stealth. Okay.
That's 6.
Alright. So you don't see as these two little goblins pop up on the roof of this kind of tower. I think it's a windmill? Let me double check that. I think it says they're on top of it. And I believe I'm supposed to taunt you as I fire things. Oh, nope. I take that back. They have to come outside. So they will climb down and be hidden. Alright, so you totally don't know they're there. I don't know why I thought that was like a guard tower or something. They're climbing around inside. And Blick the little goblin is running up toward that hill, like yelling and screaming. That's what the one that ran past you, Lon, that you took a swing at.
Okay.
So they're gonna have to spend their turn doing that. I think that's it for my goblins. My goblins. I feel like I'm missing one. Nope, that was him. Okay, so that's all my goblins. So we're back up to Lon the gnome.
Alright, and I just heard the goblin behind me now, right? Like, just fling a bow and hit Timmel.
Yeah, he's probably snickering and laughing while he does it and just shot Timmel with a bow.
Alright. And how, if I were to shoot a glance to Timmel, how's he looking?
He's looking a little ragged. He's got a nice another short bow arrow in his chest.
Alright.
I'm just gonna have these guys go in groups. That'll save me from having to worry about who's where on this goblin list.
Then I am going to turn, and out of the small little quiver, well, yeah, I guess it's still small, but no, out of the quiver on my back, gonna grab one of my javelins, and fling it at the goblin behind me.
All right, fling a javelin. Ooh, 20 is definitely gonna hit.
All right, 3 piercing damage.
3 piercing damage. All right.
And then so like, you know, hitting it with the javelin, seeing it bleed, I'm gonna turn and then keep running after the one that was running from me.
Okay. Yeah, all right. He now has a bleeding wound coming out of like his shoulder and his chest where you've stabbed him with a javelin.
Oh no, the javelin was thrown backwards towards the one.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. The one fell.
Oh, okay.
Flick back here.
Gotcha. I didn't realize I stabbed him.
Sorry, you did successfully hit him with the javelin. Thorn, it's your turn. Keep track of your ammo.
Walk up.
Subtract 1 javelin. Okay. Alright, go for
And
it.
then smash him in the face.
Alright. That will definitely smash him in the face for 3. Unless you had
For
advantage
3.
for some reason. Alright. He makes little noises at you. Seems very frustrated that his sneak attack has failed him.
And I will call upon the power of my god to push this arrow out of my chest.
Ooh, a nice 7 healing word. As a bright mantle it was. Blesses you with gloriful healing.
Yep.
Alright, Devlin, it is your turn. You can probably see this one trying to scramble up a hill. I don't think you can see the one behind the houses over here.
Oh, I can see him unless he's like hiding and I need to roll perception. Stepping out the doors, he's actually like in my line of sight according to the map here.
Okay, let's see.
Oh.
Yeah, you might actually be able to see him just around the corner of that house. Just give me a perception check. It won't be hard. No, you don't have disadvantage or anything.
I think he's going off of his like dynamic lighting, since we can only
Yeah,
really
that's
see
what
what
I
we
mean.
have line of sight
Yeah,
of.
I mean you got a 20, so you're fine. Yeah, you can definitely see him.
That could have been my fireball.
I'm sorry, I don't. This was all
Alright,
an elaborate
well, it is
ploy.
going to be a firebolt now.
Alright, 24 definitely hits. Minus 8. Alright, that's the dead goblin. Goblin is dead. Get rid of Flick. Don't need him anymore. Alright, fantastic. This one that Lon has been, chasing, he turns around with his scimitar and is, actually, no, wait. he can take a disengage as a bonus action, and then he's going to continue to run. He's going to try to. This is a very steep hill, so we'll say it. He has to like do it for his whole action, trying to clamber up it and get inside. And he runs inside this this windmill. Yes, we are, sir. We are, in fact, playing. You can watch it on the stream if you like. Timmel, I believe we're back up to you.
I think you'll keep charging after the screaming gnome. I think you can get right up to the foot of the windmill.
Alright, you run up to the foot of the windmill. There was no one to attack you back there, so sounds good. Tot can now see Thorm falling for their goblin ambush. He gets a perfect 20 on his first shot. That'll be 12 points of piercing damage, Thorn.
Oof. Ugh. Bleh.
Oh no! You're not dead, right? You're just making saving throws.
Yeah, I'm just.
Alright. Don't be so dramatic. Alright, that's that little goblin successfully pierced you through the short bow. Here is you're down and he's wounded. He's going to kind of run off back over here. Let's put him back on the GM layer now, as I think everyone's kind of lost sight of him. Let's see who we got next. Those guys are not going to do anything for now. Lon the Noom, I believe you are next.
Alright. I just see Temel taking the hill, like, you know, 2 giant steps and he's done. I stop for a second, pull out the sword again, but I've got like my hands on my knees, like just sort of looking at the hill. Alright, we can do this, we can do this, we can do this. Here we go! And I'm gonna start trying to climb up this freaking hill.
In chainmail and everything, right?
Yeah, just brace for a second. And then, alright, so what is it? How's this work? Is one of these sections 10 feet a tile? Or is this
it looks like
elevated?
it looks like it's fairly laid out, right? It looks like it's supposed to be about 5 and then 10 to get all the way up. So it'd be 15 to get all the way up to the top here where Timmel is.
Okay.
So yeah, the tool should still work.
Yeah, I think it's specifying.
I guess if you were to
Elevation,
get
now that I think
perhaps,
about it.
yeah, it's supposed to be elevation, so you might get disadvantage or something if you're trying to run up there or some type of difficult terrain, but I'm not too worried about it right now.
Alright, hang on. Try this again. I don't think I want to go around the side with him. So I can get there with one movement. You got arrows and crap sticking out of you.
Mm-hmm. 2 shafts sticking out of a chest.
I'm gonna put my hand on like the back of your calf and give it a good slap. I'll try clicking this button to see how obnoxious it looks. Yeah, pretty obnoxious. Alright, yeah, and I will. So let's see, how much can I do? My paladin level times 5. I'm gonna go ahead and give you four hit points with a lay on hands.
That was a lot of text
Just-
for 4 hit points.
The text is just literally the description of the spell because it's not a roll. It's something that I
Yeah.
determine.
Okay.
But yeah, give you 4 hit points and kind of slap you on the back of the calf. Say, I'm saving 1 in case you fall unconscious again. Good luck. He ran this way.
Thorm, it's your turn, so if you want to make that death saving throw, you got 1 fail. Alright. Devlin, you could definitely see where Thorn has gone down over there. And you see your other two
Yep.
teammates charging up that hill.
Devlin is going to go with self-preservation here, because if they can kill a heavily armored dwarf, they can definitely kill a lightly armored gnome.
Alright.
I mean, it'll take you like a while to get to me, anyways, if you wanted to.
So I move over here. There's no goblins down on that hill, right? All right. So
Yeah, no.
they probably killed everything. Everything's fine. Let's see. So I've moved 10 feet. Is this like a fence ahead of me?
Yes, it's like a
Like
little
to get
fence, like
into the
around a
field.
field. Yeah.
All right. Is it just like the fence on top? Like maybe I could walk under the bar? And based on the shadows that are drawn there, that's what it looks like. I think I could just duck right
Yeah,
under
I
those
think
bars.
you're short enough that would not be any type of challenge to sneak under those bars.
Alright, so there's 25. And like I'm being cautious because I know there's still goblins to the north, so I'm not gonna approach it directly.
It's a muddy
I don't know how to heal anyone.
A muddy fenced-in yard. So there's a. Oh, this is the wrong one. But yes, it's a muddy fenced-in area. Or,
All right, well Devlin moves over here,
Okay.
and that's all. That's all you can do.
Alright. Okay, let me see how far they can get. That tells me I click the token and then do shift. That didn't get me where I wanted to go. Okay, that will work. This will work. Alright, that's what they're going to do. Yeah, I think they'll go ahead and fire at Lon the Gnome. You didn't go inside, right, Lon?
No. Is the door on the front?
Yeah, the door, I believe, is, it's sort of wedged open a little bit.
Oh, I think it's on the left side over there. That's where the
Yeah, this is
path
where the
goes to.
door is at. I guess you're right, it should have been over on that side.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right, the door is over there.
Yeah, I didn't intend to go inside. I was just getting up the hill.
Figured you were waiting for Timmel. Let's see how far that is from you on the Gnome. Okay, that's close enough for them. Two goblins pull out short bows and are going to fire at Timmel and actually because I've forgotten now what their stealth checks were. I'm gonna go ahead and roll those. Go ahead and Timmel and Lon the Gnome, roll me your perception. See how well they were hidden.
5 and 20.
Okay. Well, fantastic, Timmel. You see two goblins sneaking up over here, being sneaky. Yeah, sneaking up along that fence post. One of them steps on a very sharp rock and lets out a scream, and Lon the Gnome sees them as well, because despite the one getting a really good stealth roll, the other one quit frailed. So he like screams, takes his scimitar, and like slaps the other one on the head, like yelling at him for having stepped on his foot. In Goblin, so you maybe don't understand that. But they are gonna shoot at the two of you. They just they're not gonna get their advantage now because the jig is up. So they shoot. The first one shoots at Timmel, 16.
That hits me.
That hits you. All right, that'll be 8 piercing damage, reduced down to 4 because of your rage. If you're still raging.
I don't know if I am actually. I went a whole turd without taking damage or attacking anything, so I believe that takes me out.
I don't know that it's been a whole turn yet. We haven't been back to you yet. Is it from your turn to your next turn?
Yeah, no, you moved on 9 to get to where you are, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and now they're attacking you on that same turn. If you were
Okay.
to go again without receiving an attack against you, then your rage would end.
Well, and he moves on 5, so his turn hasn't even gone yet.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah,
so-
that's sorry. I was looking at Thor and T
Yeah.
names.
So yeah, I think you're still raging.
Okay.
The other one got a 19 to shoot Lon the gnome with an arrow. It'll be 5 piercing to Lon the gnome. Unless a 19 doesn't beat your AC.
Yeah, 19 hits, man.
Okay. So that is Larv and Snock. Oh, I'm not supposed to tell you their names.
Do they all just have name tags on?
They do actually.
Is that like
they are
this
all
is their
names.
first day as a raiding party, so they all had to put on name tags and get to know everybody?
Actually,
Yes, that's canon now. What's up?
the local IKEA is completely employed by gnomes, so it's possible that they're just raging, right after their work shift.
You mean goblins? Goblins.
Or yeah.
Alright, that other one is being sneaky. He's scared. Timmel is back to you.
All right, Temmel's going to level his axe at the 2 goblins he just saw and going to charge after him.
you just
Just
ran up
keep
the-
going.
Yeah.
I put up a finger like, 3. Fuck it, he's gone.
You just ran up this hill and now you're running back down and after the goblins.
Are there actual goblins over here? I never saw them.
Yeah, you saw the one I was chasing. He ran into the
Yeah, you did
the
see
middle. You
one
said you were gonna
running.
chase him.
I was chasing after you. I don't think I actually ever saw that. Like, I never, even as a player, I don't know there's a goblin back there.
Alright.
Is there one back here?
You're raging hard. You know what? You do what you, man.
All right, I could never see it. Yeah, I'm going this way.
Alright. Start running after them. Alright, Lon the gnome, you've been abandoned. Let's see these two. What do they got to do? They're gonna get to moving. He's going to walk up here. Whoop, 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 whoop. Oh geez, come on, roll 20. There we go. I need to find the hotkeys for moving to, between layers. Make this life a little easier for me. Let's see, he's gonna make it to that cart, and he's gonna hide behind that cart instead. He's gonna be sneaksies. There's people out here trying to murder his people. Devlin, go ahead and give me a perception check.
Oops, it only sent the first one via GM Whisper.
Oh, thank you. Okay. I think he's just done right now. He's gonna go hide.
Our gnomes are just not very perceptive.
You have
It's
other
the
abilities.
point of view being low to the ground.
That's fair.
Should have stayed in the tower.
Maybe it's because you're also dealing with tiny goblins, right? So they're hiding and sneaking around.
Yeah, like one could be on the other side of this stone from me, and neither of us would know it.
Well, you're
You
about.
guys are just sort of-
Yeah. Okay. So that's that. I'm gonna take that guy off the initiative for now. He's probably not gonna attack until you guys try to attack him. These guys are not doing anything for now. They're gonna hold their turns. I think they can hold their turns, right? Ready in action for a thing.
You have to explicitly determine a trigger and what they will do.
Well, they will attack.
Well, you don't have to tell us.
Yeah,
Yeah, you don't have to tell us,
I'll
but-
tell you. They're going to attack when the opportunity arises. That's pretty much what they're doing. I think that's a given. Lon the gnome, what do you want to do?
Well, starting to doubt whether or not I ever saw a gnome or a goblin. No, I'm pretty sure I saw a goblin go into this this windmill. So when I round the corner, there's a door, right?
There is a door, and it is slightly ajar.
Okay. Is it ajar out or ajar in?
It is an ajar in. because that's a fire hazard, and windmills should always be death traps.
Okay.
I don't know.
If
Oh, 2 sets of goblin tracks are clearly visible in the muddy path that leads up to the hill of the open doorway.
if I were to walk along the wall and try and like look at the door, is there a handle on the door? Like, or with like a loop? My intention is I would
You just want to close the door?
with my barbarian just sprinting off. I essentially I know there's goblins in here. I don't really want to deal with it right now. I want to help him. So what I want to do is I want to hopefully close the door, and then I want to put a javelin or 3 through what I'm hoping is like a steel loop, so that if they were to attempt to open the door inward, the javelins would block the door from being openable, at least for a little bit. We're gonna lock the door.
Yeah, I'm totally Googling now what a windmill door looks like. Just out of curiosity. It's not something I've ever had to consider.
I mean, do we have knob technology in this world? 'Cause otherwise, I assume it's going to be some sort of like iron.
Yeah,
horseshoe.
Yeah, some sort
I
of.
think it's just like this kind of the iron handle, right? Where you stick your hand through it and can pull it open or closed. Push it open. Yeah, I think you can give that a try. Though the one thing I need to double check is it does look like these doors are typically a little bit set back. So I don't know the. Yeah, no, there's enough room. You can do it. Yep. If you want to try to stick a couple javelins in there.
Yeah, I've got 4 more javelins, and I figure 4 is stronger than 1, so I'll go ahead and take 3 of them out and and just slide that through the loop, and make sure that the javelin's length, is appropriate, so that it should get caught on both sides of the door frame.
Alright, good. I don't know if your javelin should. This is a human door, and you're a gnome. This is gotta be tiny, right? No. Good.
Could be.
You can do that. Do you want to sneak up there to try to do it?
Sure.
We believe in you.
Hey, an 11.
11's not so bad. Alright. You hear the snicker and howling of little goblins that are like laughing up in the rafters waiting for you to come in, and then you just grab the door handle and shut it, and then you're like, hey! And you stick the things in there.
And maybe deception would have been more appropriate. I imagine I was like, I'm coming, here I come, get ready! And then I just lean in and grab the door, slam it shut, and throw the javelins in, and
Alright, I'll
take a few breaths.
I'll figure out on their turn what their strength checks would have to be to break a javelin.
Then with the rest of my movement, I am gonna try to catch back up to Temel.
Demel? Alright.
Yeah.
Thorn, you're next, buddy. Alright, woohoo, success.
Yay!
Devlin?
So, what is the windmill made out of?
Wood. It's a windmill.
Great. So, what is flammable?
It is.
Firebolt sets flammable things on fire.
We're here to save the town, or burn it down.
Alright.
Dylan's gonna move over here to be with the people who are alive and will protect him. And then, having seen that some goblins were probably just locked in the windmill, he's going to launch a firebolt to set it on fire.
Let's look at this. It looks like it's got like a little wooden roof and stuff like that. Yeah, you can.
Well, are the sides made of stone? Like,
no,
is this gonna
it's
work?
definitely a wooden. It's a wooden windmill.
All right. Like, if the roof is thatched, I guess I'll light the thatch on fire, and it'll spread faster up there, and then it'll also be scarier, and the goblins inside will know that their death is coming to them from the Master of Flames.
Okay, go ahead and launch it. Do a throw just to make sure you don't get like a 1, and that it's not moving. I'm sure you can set a windmill on fire.
There's 9 fire damage.
9 fire damage to the windmill. All right, you've set a fire on top of the windmill.
And in my defense, I'm pretty sure everyone who lived here is dead. So
Yeah, I mean, we've been here for 6 seconds, so I'm sure you're accurate.
Alright.
Seems like we've looked long enough.
Smock is going to grab his scimitar and go after Timmel.
You mean Goblin number 7?
He has a name, even if you don't speak his language. That's a 6. The other one fires at you and gets a 20. That'll be 8 piercing damage. It's be 4 with your if you're still ragey.
Still ragey. Now that I've taken damage.
Okay.
Say thank you.
Thank you, Goblin number 8.
Alright, so the one that just fired a bow at you is going to run off and try to sneak. So go ahead, Temmel and Lon, give me that perception check.
Double digits sooner or later.
Alright, you guys don't see him as he disappear. You see
you rolled
where
persuasion.
you see where he
Oh, I-
runs.
I did.
You see kind of where he runs off to, but then he disappears around that house somewhere.
As he's running away, you're like, wait, don't hide.
Yeah, I tried.
It fails.
Did that poorly too.
Alright, Snock sees Lon running at him. He's going to use his bonus action to disengage and run backwards just a little bit. Just to try to slow that gnome from getting to him. Their short little legs. Alright, there's some banging on the door over there, and the goblin starts to say, "You still smoke," and try to get out
I
of.
do speak common.
No, you don't. You don't understand us. This is goblin tongue. Temmel, it's gonna be your turn.
Demel's gonna go forward at the goblin that he sees in front of him, and I don't think he has enough movement to actually get to him.
No. 35 would be on top of him. You just need to get
Oh,
next
okay.
to him.
Yeah,
Oh, there we go. Then, yeah, I've got just enough then.
Hoping the barbarian with his math. It's an everyday thing. Oh god. You did try to
Oh,
step
Lord.
on him.
Oh, jeez. So in your excitement, you go to swing on him, but man, it's hot out here, and you're awful sweaty, and you just drop your axe and slips right out of your hand.
Ah, we gotta get him a wristband.
Alright. Oh, Devlin, your move was actually really smart. You know
Don't,
I do.
don't feed his fucking.
Thank you.
that? Alright. That little goblin's gonna move.
Get out there, a mile
Oh
away.
god, oh god. Alright, that's that goblin. This goblin, I'm just gonna have these guys do a strength check to try to break your javelins. Oh,
Yeah.
You wanna know what
just keep
they're
in
not,
mind there's
not super good
3
at?
of them in there.
Oh, except he got a natural 20.
Breaks
So
all 3 of my
so
javelins.
one goblin gets hold the door, the other one gets hold with him, and they just all three, or they all, both of them yank on the door, and then you hear a snap from behind you, Lon the gnome, as your javelins are broken.
Maybe if there wasn't a fire, they wouldn't have been in such a hurry to get out.
That's fair.
I don't think it's fair. Not fair at all.
All right, give me a perception check, Devlin. Actually, you know what? He's not sneaking right now. He's in a hurry to get out. This place is on fire, so I'm not going to worry about him sneaking. So he runs over there. You're currently the only one he sees as he runs out of here. And he is going to fire an arrow at you, Devlin.
But didn't he just break open a door?
He didn't. His buddy did, who got the natural 20 on
Oh. I see. They just took turns hoping that one of them would do it on their own instead of working together.
it.
That's fine.
Teamwork test probably would have made sense, but I don't know how to do that, so we didn't do that.
To declare it means they get advantage, essentially, is how teamwork works here.
That would be useful. They'll keep that in mind. Be 18 and 3 piercing damage. So your AC is being
All right.
18.
They take 3 damage.
Alright, that was that one. And he is going to Oh, he didn't use very much of his movement. He's going to stealth and run away as his bonus action in his movement. I know he already moved out here. He didn't really have any place to hide, so he'll stick with it. He'll stay where he's at. Lon the Noom, it's your turn.
All right. Well, my plan failed immediately. Now there are goblins everywhere. Took me a minute to get that way, so sorry, Temple. I guess I have to go backwards. I hear the guy back there. You said.
You definitely heard
I
your.
heard the snap.
Yeah, you definitely heard the snap of your javelins, if nothing else.
Yeah, I'll run back and try to come around the corner at this guy. Smack him in the head.
Alright. Run back, snap him. Ugh, snap him in the head. 8's not gonna do it. But I will give you inspiration though for your clever plan. I liked the javelin thing. That was smart thinking. I should have done that before. Would you have used it on this roll?
No, probably not.
Alright, you can have it for later. A thorn. Fantastic. You need one more save?
Closer to not dying.
Yay.
Or I could just roll a 1 and die.
No.
Potentially.
Can't die on the first adventure.
Yes, you can.
Oh,
That's
you
the time you're
can.
gonna die, because it's easiest to die, because you have the least health.
That's fair. Devlin is back to you. There is Lon the Gnome is currently engaged in melee combat with that goblin.
I'm gonna have to set that goblin on fire directly, I guess.
Uh, 12 will not beat his AC, if that's what I'm looking at.
That is what you're looking at.
Yeah, he's good. They got an AC of 15. Alright. It is this little goblin down here's turn. He is going to swing at this barbarian.
Oh, Devlin's also moving.
Alright, good. He's gonna.
I did. I just wanted to call attention.
Sure. He's gonna swing at that barbarian. He gets a 19.
All right, that'll do it. He goes down.
Even with your rage.
Yep.
All right. Yeah, the little goblin jumps up and down. Yes! All very excited. Oh. That one's gonna keep doing what he's doing. That one's gonna move. Spacebar, you say? Oh god, not the number. There we go. Okay, I have no idea how much that movement was, but I think he's only gonna get about there. He's not about to charge across an open field. Oh, I didn't want to do that. Alright, that's next up the goblin's turn again. I need to remember where you're at.
Gotta roll a death save first.
Alright. Oh, you know, you do that. Oh, it was your turn. Yeah.
Yeah, my turn would have been immediately after that.
That's true. That's true. Alright.
10 is a success.
10 is a success. So we are going to go with this little goblin. He can now see Devlin, so he's gonna fire at Devlin.
He's shooting a bow.
He is shooting a bow.
Does that give him disadvantage since I'm directly in his face? I don't know if bows do that or not.
Not that goblin. It's this goblin.
Oh, okay.
Alright, Devlin's dead also.
Alright,
Or
you're
down.
down as well. Sparkles, are you still around? We may need you to run in and help save the
I
day.
wouldn't bring any other players into this encounter.
Yeah, they would just die also.
Alright, fair enough.
It's a barbarian. They live forever.
Oh, that's
Do
true.
they?
You jump back up to 1 hit point when you... Is it only when you die, or is it when you start making death saving throws?
Half orc. As soon as he would be knocked past below 0 without killing him outright, he pops back up with 1 hit point.
Yeah, he's right. That's a good
Oh,
call.
so you wouldn't have had a death saving throw. You would have been able to just jump back up and swing if you wanted, right?
Right, I think so. I've got 1 hit point.
Alright, you can attack Smock if you want. 11 will not hit.
Oh
you.
no, I don't even have an axe in my hands, to be honest. So it's still on the floor. I feel like I take the arrow, I stumble, I cut myself on the axe, and start to pick it up and go from there.
Do you want to, I think you can pick something up as your movement, right? So, or part of your movement, so do you pick it up and want to disengage to run or anything, or defend?
I guess I'm still raging unless I lose that. So.
You've definitely been attacked. So I don't think you'll lose it.
I don't think he would do that then.
Okay. Alright. This Gerblin is gonna run outside. Let me see what his movement was. Yes, he can make it to Lon the Gnome. So you only got a 12. That's not going to be enough to get Lon the Gnome. That's the one that broke your javelins. You can just tell in your heart of hearts, Lon the Gnome.
What? I was already shot by somebody.
No, that was Lon.
Wasn't I?
This one's attacking Lon.
Oh, Lon.
Lon the
You
Gnome.
just keep saying gnome, and I'm like, gnome.
Lon the Gnome. I'm
Gnome.
using his official knightly title.
Of course.
The other one's a 20 though, Lon.
Alright, I'll take 5 more damage.
Alright. Let's see. Up to you. It's your turn.
Okay. I'll try to shoot one or hit one. Yay.
Ooh, yay! Which one were you hitting at?
Was the wounded one that ran into the tower before in front of me anywhere?
Nope. These two are unwounded, yielding scimitars.
Then whichever. Yep, the left one, the right one, sure.
Okay. Do the right one. Before. So he is very wounded and hurt. Bloodied, if you will. Thorn. Fantastic. You're stable again, I believe?
I am stable and will wake up in 1d4 hours.
Alright.
4 hours.
4 hours. Devlin, you want to make your saving throw?
I did. I failed.
Okay. Smoke is going to take a swing at this barbarian in front of him. Got a 19.
Yep, I'm down again.
Do you just keep popping back up, or does that have a cooldown to it?
No,
It's once per long rest.
Okay. Alright, so that time you're done. That one's gonna keep hiding. I'm actually gonna take him off. Oh, well,
And I'm permadead.
Oh, shit.
Had you had a death save fail? Because
That he just
one
rolled.
is just 2, I thought, right?
Was one just 2? Okay, well then that's 2 then. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Not good
yeah,
news.
yeah.
But not the insta. Just 2 deaths immediately. 2 death saves.
No, that one is going to run out of the, So you see this line? I'm just going to describe what he does. This is the wounded one that you hurt. He's going to run out of the burning, the burning windmill and just take off kind of back here. He's running away.
And he's not. I don't actually see anything that you're saying.
Oh, you
But
saw him right here. See him?
Right there, I see him.
Yeah, I
Does
see.
he step? Does he step here? And is that in a space that I threaten?
No, it would be behind that one.
Okay.
So he just runs out the door and runs to the back and is kind of running off because
Okay. I was just wondering if I could get a reaction, but I
yeah.
don't think I see him around the corner.
All right, so Timmel. Tot is next. Where was Tot? Tot is. You're probably too far away from him. No, he's not. Let me double check something on Tot. Alright. Tot is going to try to intimidate you from behind, Lon the Gnome. He is going to yell at you. Throw your weapons down! Oh wait, does he speak common? He does speak common! Throw your weapons down! All your things now are ours. That would actually be at a -1. So it's only 17 to intimidate. I'll leave it to you if you feel intimidated.
He's how far? Like, I don't even see this guy anywhere near
He's
this window.
over-
Who's yelling at me from how far away with the bells ringing?
This guy behind you.
I actually hear him from wherever that is.
Yeah, he's like 65 feet away. He's yelling at you across there.
Okay.
The bells have probably actually stopped ringing now. Well, what do you want to do?
Oh, you're just jumping to me? What are the other goblins doing that are right in my face?
They're probably we'll say that they're defending basically. It says their little teammate has yelled at you, so they just look like they're up and at the ready to wait to see what you do.
Well, no, I don't really want to give them all of my things. That includes my family's signet ring that's dire to me. I don't necessarily think that I would surrender. Not to evil like this. Do I need to make a roll to
Nope.
counter that?
No, you don't. Go ahead, then it's your turn.
All right. So I guess I'm attacking with disadvantage then.
Yes, the two in front of you are.
Okay. I guess I'll spend my inspiration to try not to have to use disadvantage.
Okay. The one on the right is about dead. The one on the left is... I don't think that's going to hit either of them. They got an AC of 15. Alright, Thorn, you're good. I'm going to take you off the initiative for now. Devlin, you're going to make your throw. Devlin is good. Aw, Smock is going to arm his bow and begin kind of proceeding over to Lon the Gnome. Simmel.
Now you're
Alright.
dead.
That's the third one.
Alright. Tot is going to fire an arrow at Lon the Gnome. A 7 won't hit. Alright, this one is going to use his bonus action to disengage. He's going to back up. He is the most wounded. And is going to loose an arrow at you. And that'll be 6 piercing damage.
Yep, that'll kill me.
Alright. Alright. Oh, that's what we're gonna do.
So now we just make death saves.
Yeah, go ahead and, you only need to make one more, Devlin, right? Oh, 20 is perfect, right?
Devlin's dead.
Actually, if you got a, did you need to roll
Oh,
the 3? Because if you get a 20, you actually come back awake with 1 hit point immediately.
Yeah, you'd
I
roll
did need
one
to roll the third one.
to... Your third one was the 3, so you died on the 3.
Was it?
You rolled a 2. Alright, that's you.
Oh.
That's you. You rolled a
No,
2.
I rolled a 2, a 17, and
Oh,
then
sorry, yeah, I see.
a
You
3.
rolled 17. I was looking at Temmel's 8. So
Yeah,
so yeah,
the 20 brings
the
him back
20
to life
would have
with
brought
one
you
hit.
back to life.
Oh, great. Are the goblins still right where they are?
Roll 1d4. We'll see how long it takes you to wake up.
No, with the 20, he instantly comes back to
Oh,
life.
are you
I
instantly
believe.
back alive? Okay, alright.
He gets 1 hit point. Yeah. Let me roll mine to see if I die here.
I mean, yeah, the goblins are probably like, well, we'll say this guy even came over to like loot you. He was like kind
Oh,
of.
if he's looting me.
He's got.
Wait,
Oh,
are they? Can they actually all be gathered around me?
he's got a bow and he's coming like up to loot you. That's what he would have done. This one is obviously looking over, keeping an eye on the gnome. This one's going over back to Timmel to loot him. And this one.
Well,
would have
I am
been,
not a wise
approaching.
gnome, so as my eyes blink open, I look at the goblin that's right in my face.
Alright.
I cast Thunder Wave.
What does Thunder Wave do to him?
So there's a saving throw involved.
I believe that sounds right. You can look it up in the compendium if you don't have it handy.
DC 14 con save.
Con save? Alright.
Is that an AoE, and what's the radius?
Yeah.
That's only 15 feet.
Okay.
Half damage and not pushed if you succeed at it. Otherwise he takes all the damage, right? And is pushed back some meters?
Right, so his corpse goes flying somewhere.
Oh yeah, he's definitely dead. His corpse, was flying back.
Let me double check that.
I think that's right. He was only at 3 hit points anyway.
He's
so
pushed 10 feet away.
definitely dead. Alright, well, I guess we can roll initiative again if you want. I'm not sure what your plan is here.
My plan is to hope that they all miss me and I can burn more goblins.
Alright.
And hope that somebody else magically wakes up.
Yeah.
Just keep them distracted for 4 hours.
For 4 hours, you'll have this.
I rolled the 2 death saves to catch up to where Devlin woke back up, and I rolled initiative so that I can continue to roll death saves.
Alright. How you doing? Are you
1 and 1 so far.
yeah.
I got a 7 and a 14.
Oh, I forgot to select my token.
That's okay. What was your initiative?
Right after all of them.
7.
Oh.
Maybe they won't think it was you that woke up.
Have you used your inspiration yet?
No.
You may keep that one in mind. I think you also do you not have a reaction spell as well?
Yeah, but it only gives me 5 AC, and I have 9 base. So
Okay.
it wouldn't have helped.
Alright, Smock Distills and Goblin. Having seen this happen to his little friend. Alright, well,
I'll
good.
just make my own save.
Okay.
I had a higher initiative, it's all good.
Yeah, I just redo the
Did
bottom.
they get disadvantage against prone targets?
Actually, yes, ranged attacks get disadvantage against prone targets.
Do they?
Melee attacks, standing next to a prone target, get advantage.
Good advantage, okay. That's fantastic. Yeah, he's surprised, but it was that was your thing over there. So we'll roll with disadvantage. 21 is
It
his
doesn't matter.
disadvantage roll.
It's unconscious again. That was his one last hurrah.
Alright.
Alright, we're gonna leave
Back
it.
to the death saves. Alright, I stabilized.
You stabilized. I'm gonna go ahead and just go ahead and roll your 3, Devlin, just to see where you'd be at.
Come on, pop back up.
Do the failures from before stay?
No, it
No,
resets
it
when you
resets.
roll the 20.
Yeah. All right.
So
So
Devlin would stay.
you're gonna stabilize at some point. All right, we're gonna hold here. Kinda-
I have trouble believing that the goblins wouldn't kill us.
That's true. They are evil creatures. What I'm more thinking is whether or not you guys said not to bring your teammates involved, but I feel like your teammates might want a chance to try to save you. They would have been not too far behind you. So I think we're gonna leave the board right here for now, the way it is, and we'll see where they're at. So that's all we got for tonight. Is there anything else we need to do?
I was
guess
gonna go ahead
there's-
and roll for my next character.
Yeah, I was thinking we could do Karagen, but yeah, I guess we're in limbo.
I guess if you want to do Karagen, you could. I could see if any of your.
I mean, particularly against Devlin, because he just woke back up and blasted
Nobody's
one of
approaching
them.
Devlin until 3 more arrows go into him.
Right?
Right? Yeah, no, that's very true. I mean, you've got 3 other characters, or 3 other teammates. I feel like this is a good reason to have a large party, right? They should be arriving anytime now.
Yeah, this is a module, right? So
Yeah.
what was the suggested party size for it?
I believe it's between 4 to 6.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, we made a few poor decisions. I was just wondering.
I don't know if you did.
Oh.
You did say let's rush in and just go for this, and you did.
Well, I mean, that was a poor decision, and splitting up, leaving Thorin up north while there were still things to the south was like a poor decision. But also, it's just luck with how things turn out at level 1.
Well, the goblins having being level 2 rogues or whatever is pretty nutty too. Having that bonus action disengage.
Just having the ranged attacks on all of them is devastating. Like if they had just all stayed back and fired arrows, then we would have dropped immediately.
I mean, we all have ranged weapons that can fire that far.
I would think.
So if we
I think just
tried-
the splitting up is what hurt you really bad.
I got hit by massively bad luck because I was like, okay, I'm back up to 11 hit points. I know how much damage goblins can do. Unless they crit me, I'm fine.
I did roll a lot of crits.
Well, how many did we kill? We killed 8, and there's still
1, 2,
at
3,
least
4,
5 alive.
6,
Wait, no, 4 alive.
7.
1, 2.
There's essentially 7 that have. There are 2 that are still up that have ran away, and then there are.
There's, yeah, I count 5 that are still alive.
It looks like 5.
3 that we
dead
can
ones.
see, plus the 2 stealth ones.
Yeah, if we count the wargs, there are 5 dead.
That's good stuff.
Oh, was it really just the wargs and then the 3 goblins that I killed? No,
I
Lon
killed-
killed one.
I killed 1 and I wounded 3 others.
Yeah, two
That crit was a shame.
2 goblins ran away, because they were very wounded.
We also had terrible luck with our damage rolls against the goblins because they don't have that many hit points, and
Oh, only at least 7 because I killed 1 on that 7.
All right, hold on. I'm gonna shut the stream off so we can keep talking.
Oh, okay.
Bye,
Goodbye,
stream.
stream. We'll live another day.
Bye,
Bye,
stream.
stream.
And Sparkles.